Hey everyone, it's Mr. Mansour. I figured out a way we can probably do some running. But first of all, I just do want to say that I miss you all so much. Last week was rough. It was horrible. I cried on Friday. But I'm feeling better now, and I'm excited to try this out because maybe it'll help us out with the assignments. So if you haven't been looking at the Google Slides, that sucks because I make them really good and it's a lot of good info in there. So the first thing we're gonna do is, of course, go to our Google Classroom app. So go there, Google Classroom, boom, open it up, and find your class. I'm just gonna go with first period here, and our Google Slides are already there. So you can check that in. Actually, oops, I'm wrong. We're gonna go here. So we're gonna go here. We're gonna go to instructions. Probably looks different on your side, but here it is for me. We're gonna go to March 30. That's our PowerPoint. We're gonna open it up and present it. So March 30, 2020, and we are going to be focusing in on a question. I'm sorry, I'm hearing some cars. I'm outside because it's the quietest place in my house right now because it's 2 o'clock in the morning. This won't load. Let me see if I can make my thingy. There we go. March 30, 2020. Our focus question. We're going to focus in on the goals of the Spanish Inquisition. Why did they take place? Why do we have them? We're going to focus in on the effectiveness of the Spanish Inquisitions. Did they work or were they a flop? So we're going to look at our Google Slides right now. And then we're going to turn this in on March 31st by 11:59 p.m. Hopefully these 48-hour deadlines help you out. It's just a way for me to let you know that it's okay to not work on it for a day because you have 48 hours. We don't want you to stress over this class at all. So, Spanish Inquisition, let's take a look at this picture. We have one person here, hands tied behind her back near the fires, so you can assume what you got to assume there. Here we have another person laying on this bed, and there's some water on top of them. It's the water torture mechanism or technique. Once again, another person is hanging up here. Why? We'll find out. And of course, on the back, we have here the Bible, we're going to assume, and then the crucifixion of Jesus. So once again, we're focused in on the religion of the Renaissance and how the Catholic Church is trying to gain back its followers. Remember, Martin Luther, John Calvin, Henry VIII have all left the church. They founded their own Christian churches. And now the Catholic Church needs followers because followers give them money, and that's what helps people live, money. So let's check it out. So Spain today is mostly Catholic, but at one point Spain was mostly Muslim. Fun fact, my last name comes from Muslim Spain. But the point is, under Spain and Muslim rule, there's this whole golden age we've talked about a bunch in our class. So we have an interest in education, people are learning, and we still have diversity going on. Though Jewish people and Christians are not given the same rights as Muslim people, they do have some rights. They have to follow some rules, of course, but they have their rights. But of course, with all empires, they must come down. Here we have a division between the leaders, and also Christian people want back the land that the Muslims took. So who are these two people? We have Queen Isabella, and we have King Ferdinand. Now these two, by the way, also funded or gave money to Christopher Columbus, but we're focusing in on their Spanish Inquisition. So they're the defenders of the Catholic faith. They love the Catholic Church, so they're going to be devoted to it. They're loyal to it. And so they're going to ask the Pope to begin the Spanish Inquisition. And now the Spanish Inquisition basically is a way to get Christians who are not Catholic, so Protestants like Calvinists, Lutherans, people from the Church of England, Anglicans. These people have to go. Plus, if you're Jewish or you're Muslim, you got to go too. Because you're not Catholic. And if you're not Catholic, you cannot be in Spain. And so you have to convert, leave, or face the punishments. And let's look at this picture once again. Another person tied up. We have them about to be stabbed with something. That's called impalement, when you're being stuck to your body. So torture mechanisms. Torture is the main point of the Inquisition. It's torturing people until we hear what we want to hear. Even though you didn't do it, we want to hear it. And so here we have a person being hung. This one, I forget what it's called, but this is a very important one we'll talk about a little bit in the next video. It's just a way for your body to be pulled back, for your limbs, arms, and legs to be pulled, basically to break you. Here we have the water torture, where it's sort of like waterboarding, where you are like kind of drowning in the water that they're pouring on you. And then also here we have the wheel. Once again, your body parts coming apart. So let's look at this video, Convert or Die. It's a funny cartoon I saw, basically showing you have to convert or you will die. And the worst thing about it is you have the public looking on as it's an entertainment show. So check this out for a little bit.
The year 1478. The place, Spain. Pope Sixtus IV authorized King Ferdinand and Queen Isabella to set up courts to uncover heretics, people whose beliefs were contrary to the Catholic faith. This
So if you're a heretic, you are the target.
was known as
I'm
the
gonna move on to
Spanish
this show right here. So this girl has no idea what's going on. She thinks she's on a show, but she's about to be punished.
Completely Catholic, which means all the people with yucky religions have to.
All these yucky religions, like, are Christians who are not Catholics, Protestants, Muslims, and Jewish people, all yucky religions.
Renounce your religion and convert
So renounce
to
your religion
Catholicism
and
today.
convert to
Or
Catholicism.
B, keep your religion and suffer horrible punishment in our very, very stinky prison until you relent. No! I'm sorry, Pepper. You lose, but here's your lovely consolation prize. Lucky Bob, throw her in the dungeon and confiscate all her worldly belongings.
So a lot of times, their things will be confiscated, or taken away. It's a word I can't pronounce. But her stuff is going to be taken away. The reading talks about a group whose stuff will be taken away as well. We're going to go to the next contestant on this show. This guy has no idea.
Last-minute conversions, huh? So we're going to test your faith by torturing you very, very much. And so to select your challenge, spin the wheel of torture. Ah! That's going to leave a mark. Bummer. While toast is settling in, misinformation.
So, when you're being tortured, it's a way for you to fess up or confess to crimes you did not exist.
Thank
Check it out.
you. If any of you has a friend or relative who's been unfaithful to the Catholic Church and should be punished, write us at Convert or Die, care of the Spanish Inquisition, 1520 Hollyhock Lane, Spain.
So yeah, whether or not they are even Catholic or not, if you need to fess up some names, you will do it to protect your butt. And that's what this guy will do. And he may have not committed the crime, but he's going to fess up. And even then, he still might be punished. So our next slide here, it's just the Holy Inquisition Museum in Lima, Peru. Similar to in Spain, Peru will have the Inquisition because Spain takes over Peru. So Peru will have this. So what's our next steps? We're going to go ahead and go to Google Classroom and then read our reading, answer some questions, and then call it a day. So there's 2 pages for this, so please remember you're looking at that. So we're going to go back to Classroom. We looked at the PowerPoint, the Google Slides. Now here's the assignment. Now the assignment's going to look different for some of us. For the most part, you have the same reading. Here you have to figure out the enduring issue. You have 3 options you can pick from. They're down there. Explain why it's an enduring issue, but you're also giving us the historical context, right? What are we talking about? The thesis for both parts is this: was the Spanish Inquisition an effective way to convert people to Catholicism? Did the Spanish Inquisition work? Did torturing these people work? Did people come back to Catholicism? That's what we're answering. So you have this document. Some of you have a different document. It's literally the same thing, so don't worry so much about it. Check it out. It's just, yeah, it's a way for us to work it out. Once again, please turn this in by March 31st at 11:59. If you need more time, please let us know, because we're here for you. Please make sure you're just checking in, saying hi. And if you have any questions, please let us know. Like I said, I miss you all so much. So much. And I am hoping to see you all soon. Don't be afraid if I'm popping into your documents. It's just a way for me to keep busy and just make sure you're up top.